Good thing the DualSense controller takes USB-C to charge, because you're going to have to charge this controller a lot. Would it be weird if I kissed it? It's a comfortable controller. You're comfortable. Am I weirding you out? Oh, I am? Good. Let's get into it. Skip it up and that up. So the PlayStation 5 is coming out. Wait, hold on. Yes, this calendar on my computer was wrong last time. The PlayStation 5 is coming out in 6 days. I'm excited, even though I didn't really play on the PlayStation 4 or even Xbox One that much this generation. I mostly played on PC and Switch. I'm looking forward to the new hardware because it seems like it's going to be a much bigger jump from when we went from the 7th gen to 8th gen. Now going from 8th gen to 9th gen. I'm liking what I see with the hardware. And I've talked about the DualSense controller before. I have one right here, and it's pretty damn comfortable. It's not perfect, but I'm happy with this controller, and I'll be satisfied using it in the 9th generation. But we know with the DualSense that it's going to have a bunch of new technology in it, like haptic feedback. You could feel like if you're going over sand, like in Astro's Playroom, if you pull on a bow, just in general, if you pull on a bow and say like the next Tomb Raider game, and you pull the bow, the trigger on the back will get tighter, so it feels like you're putting tension on the bow. That kind of stuff, some of it may just be gimmicks, but that kind of stuff I could actually see being worthwhile. So really good controller, and I'm looking forward to using it. But how about that battery life when you're using all those features? It's not that good. This comes from GamingBolt.com. I'm going to read it to you, then we'll discuss. The PlayStation 5's DualSense controller has wowed its fair share of developers and publications in the past few weeks. However, its battery life could leave something to be desired. According to multiplayer.it, the DualSense's battery only lasted for 2 hours when playing Astro's Playroom. The title is very intensive with its haptic feedback, but there have been other figures going around. Dave Lee on YouTube, also known as Dave2D, states about 4 hours of battery life from the controller when playing Astro's Playroom, though this was from leaving it running in an area that produced consistent feedback. Otherwise, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales offered 5.5 hours of life since its haptic feedback was relatively normal. Now, as I say this number, I know it's not comparing apples to apples, but just to let you know how paltry those battery life numbers are for the DualSense. Okay, I was about to say DualSense 5. I'm so used to just saying DualShock and the number of the console that the Sony controller correlates with. But the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, fully charged, will last you 40 hours. 5.5 tops what people are seeing. 5 to 5.5 hours tops, or 40 hours. I know there's more tech in here, but if you have play sessions that are more than like 3 or 4 hours, you're going to drain your controller almost every time. Oh man. Look, is this the end of the world? Is this deal breaking for the PlayStation 5? No, it's not at all. But as a person who's been playing more Call of Duty lately, I play sometimes for a few hours in a day. That's not enough playtime for a controller. And I don't want to sit there constantly having to use a USB-C cord. So hopefully in the future, maybe Sony will make DualSense controllers with bigger batteries, or maybe developers will utilize nothing but the rumble feature on this. Why do I keep picking this up? And to save battery, and maybe all these other features will end up just being gimmicky in the future because people rather have battery life than the extra quote-unquote immersive experience. But all I know is when you have your competitors that have 40 hours of battery life on their controllers, if not more, you having 2 when you're using all of the features that Sony wants you to use in the DualSense is not good. Developers are probably not going to use a decent amount of those features because people are going to complain about the battery life, understandably so. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. 2 hours, Sony, with all the haptic features utilized, really? Okay.
Hey, if you enjoy my content, consider becoming a Review Tech USA member. I'll have a link below in the description. I live stream now on this channel all the time, and it gives you access to cool emoticons to use as well while I live stream. Again, link below in the description. Thank you for your continued support.